Hi, it's Player BN!
Hey everyone, we are back with another video for Storyteller. So I thought that the previous video would be my last one for Storyteller, but I got some buddies in the comments who told me that there's actually a couple achievements I have not obtained yet. So here is a video on how we can get those achievements and also kind of review some achievements I already got. Here is a list of all the achievements that I achieved by fumbling around with the puzzles in my previous videos. I got Romeo and Juliet, Mutual Ghost Fright, Professor Cries, all bonus titles which you can get by getting these challenges here, and Frogs Kissing. However, there are still 6 more achievements I have not obtained yet, and that's Werther, Lenora falls asleep, drinking Martini, Knight and Queen, Afterlife, Love, Maid murders the knight, and the dragon gets arrested. So how I'm gonna split up this video is that the beginning achievements are going to be a review of how I got the first 5, and then the other part of the video will be me trying to explore how to get to the rest of the achievements. And what I did was that I kind of looked back through all the chapters to kind of guess where the achievements could be found, so hopefully we will figure it out together. The first one we're going to tackle here is Romeo and Juliet, and I wrote down that I'm pretty sure I figured it out in this chapter here, 4.2, Tragedy, so let's hop to it. So how I figured this one out, since the achievement itself is called Romeo and Juliet here, was instead of Edgar drinking the poison twice, what I did was that I made it so that Lenora also drank the poison as well. So what happens here is that she becomes revived, and Edgar is now dead, and she sees that he died, and so she drinks the poison. And then I got the achievement for Romeo and Juliet that way. So now the next achievement here is Mutual Ghost Fight, and there's actually a couple of chapters here that have cliff stages where you can push people off and make people become ghosts and such, but I think one of the first cliff fights, or actually might be the first chapter where there's a cliff stage, was in 7.1 Rivals. And how I got the Mutual Ghost Fight here, or Fright here, was that I think, oh right, so he didn't get revived, so he was still dead, and if you take that out, then now they're both fighting together, and you then get the Mutual Ghost Fright. So there's that. The next achievement here is Professor Cries, and this one, I wish there was like a way to skip over to the next chapters, but I guess we gotta flip through the nice graphics of the page flipping. So the next one is Professor Cries, and this one I believe I got through Vampire or Professor, but I think it was Vampire. So in this chapter here, which one was it again? It was 11.3 Vampire. Okay, cool. So in this chapter here, I think how I got it was that I made it so that the professor saw the death of John here. So in order to do that, maybe I think I put him here. Nope, that is not what happened. John's so happy. I think what I did was that, oh yes, this is what happened. Instead of Dracula being the one that gets stabbed, I made it so that John gets stabbed instead, and the professor saw John, and that's how he cried, because I would also cry if I saw John die that way. Yep, and that's how you get that. Not trying to remember, how did I get this before? Oh, right. You get Knight, and then you get oh right, guess which is Dracula. There you go. So there you go. So that's how you get Professor Cries. Now next is Frogs Kissing, and I did that with chapter 5.2, Deceit, which was when I was trying to get Tiny to kiss the prince. So I think how that happens is that you need to get the prince to also turn into a frog. And I'm not. How did I get them to kiss each other? Or is it you make Snowy kiss each other and then they. There you go. Then they kiss each other here. There you go. So that's how you get frogs kissing. And now I have to figure out how to get it back. I think it's Tiny was here, and then there you go. And then the prince thinks that the frog is a princess, but it's actually Tiny. All right, so now that we figured out how I got my previous achievements, now we can tackle the achievements I haven't gotten yet. And the first one on the list is Werther, and I have to admit that I had no idea what this was referring to, but apparently it comes from a song, a story that was written by Johann Wolfgang Goethe. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And essentially what happens is that there is this young man who falls in love with this very beautiful young girl, but she is already engaged to another man. And so due to that, he takes extreme measures. And let's just say he's not in any more chapters after what he did. So what I'm guessing is that there's a lot of jealousy and a lot of poison in this chapter. So I thought that it would be in one of these chapters here. So yeah, let's hop into 4.1 envy. Or sorry, not envy. Poison, yes. All right. So in order to get this achievement, you need at least, I guess, someone who can also be betrothed to Lenora here. So we have Edgar and Bernard. So I'm guessing how you do this is that you have Edgar and Lenora together, but instead of that, we can have it so... Actually, no, we can keep this. But instead of Edgar... or no, should I? Yeah, sorry. So what happens here is that Bernard is in love with Lenora, and he then drinks the poison. Nice. I don't know if you guys see in the corner here, but I just got the achievement unlocked. I don't know if this actually shows up in the screen, but that is how you get the achievement of Werther. It's actually pretty simple. So now I guess we can go back to this. There you go. All right, next achievement. Lenora falls asleep. Okay, so we need one where Lenora has access to wine. Oh, nope, she has access to poison here, which I think, what was it? It was in... Okay, so it's here. I don't really know how to make someone fall asleep, and I don't think this is falling asleep right here. Let's see how to do this. Yeah, she's not falling asleep there. Huh. I don't want to mess up this too much. So this was how it was originally. I just don't know how you would make the character fall asleep though. Because they either do this, they just kind of chill and drink the wine, or they drink the poison and die. All right. I'll revisit this one again because I'm actually not sure how to tackle this one. All right, next one, drinking Martini. So the only time we saw the Martini was with the butler and the king, or not the king, the duke and the duchess here. So I wrote that I'm thinking it's in chapter 8.3 for revenge. So it could be this one here, because we have the butler here. So yeah, let's play around with this chapter first. And then we can kind of look through the rest of these chapters and see, because this is, I thought it was with the Duchess at first, but let's explore around. Let's try 8.1 real quick. So how do you get someone to drink the martini? Because I think what happens at the beginning is that if you do the ballroom and you just like serve the wine to the Duke here, he's just gonna be like, yes, bring me a martini. But how is it that we can get the Duke to drink the martini? I can kind of see it, how the character would have to be fearful, I suppose, of the butler. And we kind of saw that in other chapters where the Duchess saw the butler with a gun and freaked out a bit and then told the detective. But instead, what happens if we make it so that the butler grabs the gun? The Duke doesn't get shot though, so let's put these two away. The Duke is secretly looking out, and he sees the butler with the gun. Oops. He sees the butler with the gun here. But he's angry though. He's angry. But I guess he's still gonna shoot. He's still gonna shoot him though. Okay. Because I was gonna say, what could happen is that you could put the gun back, and then you could have another stage here where the Duke is afraid of the butler now and will drink the martini. But he seems more angry at the butler and not scared. So I think it actually does have to do with the Duchess here. So let's go to 8.3. All right, so we need to get the Duchess to be afraid. And in order to do that, I think what happens is that we need to put the Duchess in here. She can't get shot. But she sees that the butler is holding the gun now. So she sees that, he puts it back. the Duke is loving the gun, but what happens now is that the Duchess appears in front. And she goes ahead and she drinks the wine. Is that right? Huh. What was it? I didn't see an achievement pop up. I thought that's... She at least grabs it this time. Because I think beforehand... Oh, okay, I just got it. It says drink a martini. The Duke wants a martini, I guess, and when he brings the martini this time, she drinks it because she knows that he has a gun, or he at least has a very, I guess, vengeful type of situation going on right now. Okay, very cool. Yep, and that's how you get drinking martini. All right, next one is Knight and Queen Afterlife Love. And we get a lot of cliffs with the Queen and the Knight all the way in chapter 9 here. So there's treason, unforgiven, amnesia, misfortune. So let's try 9.1 treason first. So I guess what they mean by the afterlife love is you want both the Queen and the Knight to be in ghost form, is what I'm guessing. So let's just have it so that the Baron goes ahead and kills the Knight as well. So let's put him in execute as the Baron, still king here, and put the Knight here. Sweet. And then all you have to do, I think, is how do I get them to appear both as ghosts? Nope. Okay, that's not how you did. I don't think I could do. I think only one person could be enthroned, and then kidnap. Maybe I could do this. Does that count? Oh, wait a second, but they're not lovers yet. Oh yeah, that's true. So I guess the knight has to rescue the queen first. But how do I do that? Because he ends up killing her. I guess I could make it so that the knight rescues him, but he kills. Okay, here we go. He kills the knight, and he also kills the queen still. And then they can, and then they can meet in the kidnapping room. So let's try that. Nice, just got it. Achievement unlocked. Sweet. And that's how you get Knight and Queen, Afterlife, Love. And I think you can actually achieve these achievements in multiple chapters. I guess you just have to make sure that they fall in love first and then they somehow both die. Which, could you do it? You probably couldn't do it here because you need someone to kidnap the queen, and you can't do it in this one because the knight's not even there. And you can probably do it in this one because you have the Baron here too. So you can probably get that achievement in 9.1 and 9.4. All right. So next one is The Maid Murders the Knight, and I'm pretty sure I know where to get this one because the last subchapter of the final chapter, there was a lot of pushing off the cliffs here with the queen and the maid and the knight and the king and all these good characters. So in this achievement, the maid needs to murder the knight. Okay. So why would you want to murder the knight though? Let's take these guys out first. Because if I do this, she's not gonna want to kill the knight yet. So we know this is the end game here, but she seems kind of mad though. Look at that face. Oh, you know why she pushes him off? Because is it because the knight kidnaps her? I don't really think so. No, because the knight will go and save her. Okay. All right, everyone. I finally figured it out, and the answer was just so darn simple. I literally spent like the last 10 minutes trying to figure this out, and I didn't realize that the maid doesn't necessarily have to be alive to push off the knight. She could still push him off in ghost form. So let me start all over and show you how to get this achievement again. So in the beginning, we have Miss Queenie here, and she sees that her darling king, who's in love with both the queen and the maid, is chilling with the maid. So what she does is that she kidnaps the king. All right. Then what happens is that the maid frees the king, and he tells her that the queen did this to him. So then what happens here is that the maid kidnaps the queen here, but then the knight comes and saves the queen. Okay, so this is pretty much the start of how the original chapter was supposed to go. So when this occurs, the knight pushes off the maid. Okay, so the easiest way to get this achievement is to get the maid as a ghost, and she will push off the knight, and that is how you get the achievement, The Maid Murders the Knight. Which this whole time I was trying to make it so that the maid was alive, but she can still be a ghost and still push him off. And I forgot that part. So yeah, that's how you get that achievement. All right, and then we got the last one. We have the dragon gets arrested, and in the case where we got the dragon here, that's with the Baron. He has a dragon suit, so I think it's an 11.2, literally called Dragon. So we have to get it so that the dragon who is Baron in a costume, will get arrested by the detective. So right here, we see that the Baron takes off his suit. The detective sees him and the detective arrests him. But the thing is, we don't want him to take off the suit here. But in this case, he's just scared. And he doesn't know what he's looking at here. Huh. So what I can do here is she tells him that there is a dragon running amok. And I'm surprised he doesn't just like arrest the dragon this way. Like, I feel like this should have gotten us the achievement, but that's not the case here. So if this is not the case, because the thing is, if he takes off his disguise and the detective looks back, the Baron, actually, if we do this instead, oops, come on, there we go. We would have to get it so that the Baron goes into disguise again. But then we would need an extra stage in order to get the Baron to be arrested. But he thinks it's this guy though, even though he just won't outright arrest the dragon. But I guess that's what the achievement's supposed to make us do. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the queen, what happens if, well, if the queen doesn't tell him, if it's just this, right? He scares the Baron here. I don't know, he just scares the Baron. Does he put the costume back? But if he does that... Oh, he hasn't seen the prince yet. So let's do this. Okay, so he sees this, but then he arrests the Baron though, and that's how you get... Oh, no, the queen has to tell him, but the Baron still gets arrested though. That's not what we want. Unless... Do we even need this anymore? Unless the Baron... He doesn't even know what's in here. He scares him? The Baron puts the disguise back? And maybe the Baron wears it again? There we go. Nice. That's how you get this achievement. Cool. So I guess the story here is that the queen doesn't even have to be in this one. The Baron grabs the suit. He scares the Baron, or the dragon scares the detective. The Baron puts back the costume. He comes and looks and sees the fingerprints. The Baron puts the costume back on, but then he just goes outright and just arrests the dragon, which I feel like he should have done when the queen told him there's a dragon running amok. So this achievement doesn't really make that much sense, but yeah, whatever. At least we got it. So very cool. Hey everyone, hold the phone. I totally forgot that there was one achievement that I did not get yet, which was Lenora falls asleep. I could not figure it out. I literally tried multiple ways and I just couldn't get it. And I didn't know how you could do it so that she will just like fall asleep when you give her wine. So I was looking through these chapters, and the only ones where, you know, it gives you the wine option is 4.3 and 4.4. So I looked it up, and apparently what you do to actually get Lenora to fall asleep is actually really funny. You put the wine stage in every single one of these panels, and then what you do is you literally just make Lenora drink in all of them, and that's how you get the achievement of Lenora falls asleep. I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense, but I was not thinking that it's literally just one stage and one character for all the panels. But yeah, that is how you achieve Lenora Falls Asleep, which was darn tricky, but clever. So there's that. All right, and that is the last achievement. And I think that's it. I think I covered all the 10 achievements that you can get through messing around with some of the characters and stages. And the last achievement, which was all bonus titles, is what occurs when you finish all the challenges here. So yep, that is it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess this is the end of Storyteller. I hope that Annapurna makes another game similar to this, because this game was really fun, very challenging, and really made me think. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. Alright everyone, I will see you all in the next video. Until then, bye!